think that if I couldn't remember a lyric or a melody, I wouldn't write things down. I wouldn't record things at all. And if I couldn't remember them, that they weren't good enough, and they weren't useful, or they didn't really have any juice.
As always, going forward, share and reach out. You can start sharing your sentences with where I'm at, blank, blank, blankety, blank, blank, blank. And you know, you can speak the way that you want to, the way that it feels right, and you can take your time. And what I'm sharing about right now is how I'm right about what I've done, and that's all. And right now, there's pages that I have to write, and I don't want to. It's a amended brief, right? And it's because of bad guys, a judge and a lawyer and Dallas County clerk people and the George L. Allen Sr. Courts building, right? And these are all the people that have been wrong and still are wrong. Emily Tobolowsky, Nick Vincent. That's a Judge Tobolowsky, 298th Court, and Vincent, a very bad lawyer. And the bad people that he's lied and says he's from San Antonio with Minear, Liber, Matt, Hofflin, Del Val, and Houston and all that. Anyway, I researched them and I know they're bad. You don't have to tell me. They're places that they took law and studied and the times, and there's no real honest background about any lawyers, period. You're not going to find one of them that's honest. So anyway, the clerk coordinator and Carolyn Dupree Brown and Nicole Burrows and Jennifer Jacobs, CSR stands for Court Shorthand Reporter, 8809 is her number, operated with an expired license of May 31, 24. And the reason I'm sharing all this is because it's a part of my share against all these people, why they're causing me more pain and suffering than I've ever been through now in the past 5 years. It really goes back to a drunk Dallas criminal, Carlos Jimenez Gonzalez, and it's wasting me way too much wages. I'm wasting way too much money, and you can say time, because of what all those people have done wrong, and it's not right. I'm actually losing sleep every day and every night. And to go back right now is nobody should have to go through this because a drunk driver is wrong. But I'm going to tell you what that motherfucker, I'm going to tell you what that son of a bitch, Mexican, goddamn motherfucker, blank, and you could add cocksucker, the lowest down, ruthless form of waste, useless human being, Carlos Jimenez Gonzalez. And I have to share that forever because I'm not getting anything, no time and money back, and the issues, and this is the facts, like, and you would be upset too if somebody destroyed and wrecked your life that bad. So you can see that Wreck Not Our Fault, Jeff Nelson. And the problem with the people I said, the judge and the lawyer, their moves were so wrong. The lawyer lied in a hearing the whole time, September 27th. And I got to tell you about Thompson Law Firm, and don't ever go to them, and do everything you can to put all their people and families in prison, and MAS Law Firm and Progressive Insurance, all their people, Agent Casey Colby and Progressive Insurance Adjuster. And the problem that I'm proving all of them wrong right now, the issue, you can take this, it's an issue with a tissue, and or you can say an issue without a tissue. Anyway, this is a serious super issue with a lot of tissue. You can't say that I wasn't at the hearing when they deliberately made me not be able to go there and go in. And June, this today started at 12:34, and it's actually February 6th, February 8th. So that's how effed up those people have made me. We started at 12:34, and that's real time, 12:40 Saturday, February 8th, 2025. So these are real people that screwed up my life, all my life, because of this. But this is, they're trying to say I wasn't at the hearing and there wasn't evidence. And you're looking at evidence, right? They did everything they could. I was clean and sober. I left here 75 going south from I-30 towards Fort Worth. I got off Hampton Avenue. I was going to the VA. Now, this motherfucker in the white van, Carlos Jimenez Gonzalez, failed to use turn signals, was texting, drinking, and driving. He hit me so hard he knocked me into oncoming traffic. That's really him. This is really a fact. This is real evidence. This really happened. So for years, the satanic lying law firms, there's a beer bottle that proves he was drinking. They have been lying and effing me over, doing everything they could to get rid of me. And they've been wrong, and I want all of them put in prison. I want all their property, all their money, and all of them put in prison. And that's where I'm at. You could say an objective, and I have to write all this because they're wrong. Vincent especially. Somehow, the satanic lawyer probably really did it behind my back, because they all did. The judge and the liar, the Jacobs, with an expired license. And there's no start of the time on the court reporter's record, right? And I'm going forward with all the evidence. I already have some of it out there, right? But the worst thing is the lawyer, because he's a liar, and that goes back to Thompson Law Firm. I got Gonzalez caught right after the wreck. I caught him with that video you just saw. So for all those years, him and the lawyers and everyone's judges have been trying to prove I don't have it didn't happen. And actually, you're looking right, the area, the parking lot where the Mustang was for 5 years. It's not even funny, and it was worth going towards $24,000 past that. So you look at pain and suffering for more than 5 years. And I do go to this honest share. I'm humble enough to say I made going to $1 every day and night I performed, and $30 and up to $5,000 every time I performed. I made $5,000 on one guitar. But because of that wreck, I could never go out and perform like I had before. So it's a lot of losses, wages, time, and money. So that's all the people that I have to be against all the way for the rest of my life, in that order, because of what they did wrong. All the appeals judges at this time, yes, all of them at 600 Commerce, all of them at 600 Commerce, George L. Allen Senior Courts Building, downtown Dallas, the white building. And I can expose all of them forever, because they're so wrong. They actually have a jail in the middle of it that goes up and down all the floors, with a tunnel that goes to Lew Sterrett, the county criminal courts building. And that's it, 133 Riverfront, whatever. You Google it, these guys are wrong. And they all need to be exposed the rest of their life. And honestly, one person can put it into action to get rid of both of them, and K-Bill, a courts, federal building, and the Northern District. I'm not saying I'm right, but I'm probably not. All this, I want to go forward to the Supreme Courts, all the judges and everyone higher, because this has been part of the worst case in Texas history. The guy almost killed me, and everyone's been against me for those going back 5 years. That's wrong. So I wanted to say there may be one right person, and I don't feel like Northern District Court, but there's another. They're so satanic in Dallas and hidden. They're so corrupt. They killed your president in 1963, right? And everyone got away with it. And then what they're doing with the courts, they're devious and they hide everything from you. So they're really the bad people in disguise, and they're egregious, which means outstandingly bad. So really, in reality, all the judges and all the lawyers. Judge Emily Tobolowsky, 298th Court, right there. It's pretty high up in that building, the white one downtown. And Nick Vincent lied and said he's from San Antonio, with Minier, Lieber, Matt Reese. You can add Hoffman, Del Val. So they gave everyone a bad name to San Antonio and Houston. Robin Miserly, Aaron Shelton. All the lawyers that are really bad, they will never tell you the truth about where they live in their number. That's the truth. They never will. And they're worse than criminals because they're running to other law firms and they're doing wrong by taking all your money and sending you to prison. Anyway, so when you're 100% not guilty and you were and still are 100% not wrong, you're going to have a very hard time surviving in Dallas and Texas. So anyway, exposing all the people that need to be exposed, right? Agent Casey Colby, Progressive Insurance, and employee, Progressive Insurance adjuster, and Thompson, Ryan Ladd Thompson Law Firm. They have an office 30-something hundred, 3,500, 3,300, Oak Lawn, Dallas. And he's very wrong. Don't ever go to them. Expose all of them. And Edwin, an employee with Thompson Law Firm, and they probably have offices around Texas and Atlanta. I never gave him permission to do anything more with my case, and they did. They did a bunch of violations. They further violated all my rights. I never said they could send in or move my case anywhere, and they sent it to the worst satanic terrorists and foreigners in the whole area, MAS Law Firm. And to want property and money from these terrorists and foreigners is right. Like I said, I'm never going to change with people that satanic. And it's MAS Law Firm, 212 West Spring Valley Drive. There's a building over there, and it's Richardson, Texas, 75081. So Sean S. Majarad, Nave, Abusad, and Muhammad White Syed, and Jasmine Solano, and Rebecca Salgado, Jack Wardham with them, Melissa Vieira, Mehdi Vagefi. Don't ever socialize with any of them. And that's as strong. I'm not as strong as you could be and can be, but somebody stronger would say, yeah, you need to get rid of their families. You need to get rid of them and their families altogether. Add to that list. Daniel Navi threatened me. He's got a first name that's just like a terrorist and a foreigner. It's really hard to pronounce and long and complicated. And I put them all in the same category because it's right for me. You're Pakistanis, you're Indians, right? And you can add Muslims and Hindus. But anyway, going forward, Ken Owen and all those wrong people, MAS Law Firm, and I want all their property and money, and I want all of them sent to prison the rest of their lives. Carlos Jimenez Gonzalez, that's the main cause of all this. So, of course, I want all his property and money and him sent to prison the rest of his life. You saw the van that he wrecked my life with. So, as far as MAS and all those satanic, egregious people, the rest of them, because of the wreck to this day, I can't remember all of them as much as I want to. But the worst really were threatening and actually attacking and assaultive and attacking and very threatening Jeff Daniel Shelton, a fat, overweight drunk, and Robin Amy Ivy Miserly, and definitely satanic. You check her backgrounds, it's not right. You can't go all those law firms and work with them and for them because you never have given out one home address and one number. There's definite problems with her. And this third one, those three have to go to prison, period. I want all their property, money, and them to go to prison the rest of their life for what they did. when they wrongly took a case I never said they could and go against me. And that's Kerry Tate, CSR 8010, Wendy Wade, Roberts, court reporters. Anyway, those three were the worst. They all are. Daniel Levi, like I said, Majarad, Abasad Sayed, and Solano, Salgado, Vieira, Vagefi, Witham, Tate. That goes back to Tobolowsky, Vincent, another lawyer, Thompson's, and all the court people. They're all guilty. Carolyn Dupree Brown, Nicole Burrows, 298th Court, and Jennifer Jacobs, most definitely, because there's when they did everything wrong, I went down there June 24th, and I have evidence to go against the judge Tobolowsky. Really, honestly, specifically what happened that day. They were like, I don't think you're supposed to be here. And I'm like, I just caught him doing something wrong. And Vincent, too, the lawyer. So that's all reality and honesty. And, you know, I can go to 1836 because I had shares where I got more out of it, where exposing people was really right for me to do the rest of my life. Got to start somewhere. Now, what all those guilty criminals, all of them that I just named, have done is they prevented me from going forward today, yesterday, and the day before against Rome, Texas Police Department, Texas State Troopers, Dallas Police, the criminal courts, which is the really bad guys, Andy Delbach, Collins, the judge, Bianchetti, another judge. RPD 5884 is a Rome police guy that attacked me to shoot, and he was wrong, and none of those people have been accountable. And I can't do this alone at all. So I haven't been able to file a complaint in 1983 against Rome, Texas Police Department. And that's a share that can be simple and short, is just that. Bad guys almost killing a great guy. Bad guys almost killing a good guy. And Rome, Texas Police attacked me. Texas State Troopers, Hammock and Williams, and two more. Hammock lied on a report and lied to Dallas Police, and for 2 months they spied on me and attacked me. Jamie Alvarado, Dallas Police 9541. Another last name Gonzalez, an overweight woman corporal. So that wrecked me, and I'm still doing all their time. They made me do 5 years, and all those people hopefully can be sent to prison. Same story. I really want all their money and property, and I want them sent to prison. And if all the mayor's office knows about this, and all the governor's people, and a lot higher, really has to be all the Supreme Court and all the people higher than that, which is really anyone who can take, like the U.S. Marshals, FBI, and other people that really can act, Department of Justice. And actually, DOJ has failed me somewhat, and the governor's office, because I've had a lot of victim VC numbers, victims compensation numbers, and just like DART, I don't think they're going to pay, but you don't want to give up. Probably went past 1857 now. Anyway, I'll go to 1936 so one person can get it out of it. And it's not funny, but you know the people, if someone tries to kill me, you know who they were, especially if you got strong and said everyone I named, all of them need to be executed in public on TV and all their families wiped out. Somebody strong can say that. And I go, yeah, Collins was wrong twice as a judge, and I had to go to prison because Andy Delbach and 10 police wanted to kill me because McShirley's sisters lied. And this is really wrong because that whole case goes into that many people, right? Going to 20, going to 30, and having to go to prison. No way, man. For not being guilty 100%. But anyway, Collins, Eisenberg, Schubert, Andy Delbach, what they did was they made me take time because Rome, Texas, Texas State Troopers, and Dallas were all wrong. So your courts made me take time to cover up their crimes. Police are going to do that. They're going to attack you and lie on their record. When you feel like you're ready, you'll tell someone and make them go to a police station with you. Eisenberg wouldn't go with me because he's still guilty. and that's against Alvarado, knows he's guilty. And really, Hammock and Williams, they know they're guilty. And Rome, Texas police, that one guy knows he's guilty. And that's the way it was and always will be. As far as that court that day, the worst, another wreck, you know, it's just wrong what all those people did. It goes back to Andy Dilbeck. You know, you can't do that. So we'll go to 21 something. But Andy Dilbeck got to be one of the worst officers in the whole state. And the 10 that went to kill me, and the McShirley sisters, and Lori Tittle, Dallas Police, and Cummings, and Wade, and even TDC Cortonis, and a captain, Jacobs, Lieutenant Reynolds, and a lot of people I could put in there that I'll go ahead and do it on another share.